And let's face it, RE9 is a good game. It's actually my top 5 Resident Evil, and it's actually the 5th place, because on every other place is any other Resident Evil, and it's OG and remake together. So RE1, 2, 3, 4. These are my top 4 Resident Evils. RE9 Requiem is top 5. It's a 5th place for me. And maybe, RE6 is absolutely off the list. And I would say RE8. I like the RE8. I liked it more than I liked the 7. I didn't like the bakers. I didn't like this kind of horror. No, I like the zombie, and I like killing zombies. So, it's Resident Evil got me by killing zombies, and zombies in general. So games without zombies were definitely off. But RE8 Village was more action-oriented. It reminded me of RE4. There were some skeletons, werewolves. It was fun. It was fun. I didn't like the first-person mode, so that when the DLC came, it was much better for me to play. Anyway, back to RE9. So, let's go from bad. And this is my first criticism. The mixing is something I don't like. I don't like it because you finally start feeling the grip of a character and then you switch to another. I felt for marketing that, oh, you need to think about items you pick because Leon can get them, and Grace, and I felt like, oh my god, it's gonna be A-B scenario of like RE2 OG where it did really matter what you pick. No, just forget about it. It's fucking useless. Leon barely gets the items. Grace leave him. He can get it. He doesn't have to, so you can pick everything. That's great. Collecting blood mechanic is nice. It gives you something to craft items. I like it. It's maybe not the most innovative, but definitely it's something new. I would definitely prefer when it was first you play Grace and then you go to Leon, but full campaign. Because when I played as Grace, I was like, okay, should I leave it for Leon? Should I pick it? There is no indications where you leave an area at some point. So the moment where you should pick everything is just not always the clearest. And that was annoying. That was annoying. It would be way better if I play entire campaign by Grace and then switch to Leon and play entire campaign as Leon. Second, and the biggest criticism, is that this game is one of the easiest Resident Evil, and definitely the shortest. The length of a game is way too short. People complain about RE3 Remake, and I feel like RE9 is close to it because the mixing gives you illusion the game is longer. There's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of, interruptions. But no, game is short. It's too short. And especially when you play a second playthrough, this game is ridiculously short. A second playthrough. I finished the game twice because I started to make the Grace, the challenge, the final puzzle, right? And I played on normal. Second, I started to play on the easiest because I want to do the puzzle. And I can tell you one thing, that the second playthrough, of course it was easier, but I knew exactly what to do and absolutely nullified the horror, nullified the sense of dread, and because I realize the monster for Grace is absolutely scripted 100%. She can be called out if you shoot a gun or make a noise. Yeah, she pops up, but the noise is not when you run. The noise is when you fire a gun. So, at the first playthrough, I walked quite a lot. But it doesn't matter, you can run everywhere. In fact, that's mandatory. If you walk, you're doing it wrong. And when you fire a gun and it's dark, then the monster show up. But if you know exactly, and you should after the first playthrough, that some zombies activate somewhere, and you can pre-eliminate them thanks to this infusion with the purple. Oh my god, I forgot the name, but that blows their heads off and blows everything. Once you prep for this, and you can prep for certain zombies, there is absolutely zero fuck you can give. Zero fuck you can give. And yeah, it shows how flat is in fact a Resident Evil. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love this game. This is really good game. But way too easy and way too short, and the monster is too scripted. It's like Nemesis in RE3. It's literally almost the same. The only difference is that you can sometimes summon it. Mr. X. And I didn't like Mr. X, and I hate stalking enemies. But Mr. X or Jack Baker, they were a little bit more unpredictable, because you had route remember fully, and they can surprise you. I think Baker was like that. I vaguely remember, because RE7 I just didn't play much. So RE, especially Mr. X, that is beloved by everyone, he was so randomized, it was ridiculous. And in RE2 Remake, it did matter that you walked or run, because he could follow your footsteps. I have a proof on my channel where the helicopter situation happens, where he lifts helicopter. Usually you go outside and he follows you. I proved that he is not following you there. At some point, if you start walking or running, Mr. X is not going outside where he lifts helicopter. He goes back to the RPD. That was masterpiece compared to what we have here. So the Marie, the monster, is absolutely... It's scripted like Nemesis in my eye. Another thing is that in Grace section, there's barely any puzzles. There is not enough puzzles to me. Remember times when you needed to find a gem, find a key, find a something, do something like play a piano. God, there were puzzles. Now, what kind of puzzles did we get? Oh, you need to find 3 butt plugs to, use the elevator. No thanks. No. It was pretty much revolving around finding an item, and that's it. You didn't have to figure out things. Even where you had to find the 3 things to get out of the asylum, I really didn't feel like I want to look for the codes, so I just brutally force it, and it wasn't that hard, because there was just a couple of combinations. I mean, technically there were some, but I just brutally forced 2 out of 3. Maybe I was lucky. Maybe I was lucky, or maybe they were so easy. But yeah, not enough puzzles, not enough brain gymnastic you have. And I know that sounds so stretched, because it is. The game feels good, plays good, okay? I want to say about good stuff, but everyone says about good stuff. It feels good. It hits nostalgia, absolutely, especially when you play Leon in the second section and you go to Raccoon City. Raccoon City, yeah, great. And unfortunately, when you play this Leon, you have the mini sections, like in Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, you have those tiny sections. You do something different, something different yet awesome. And then you go back to normal gameplay. And it's like, oh, I want more of this. And no. I want more sniping zombies from a roof. I want I want more riding a bicycle. I mean, bike. Bicycle is that, yeah. Bike and shooting stuff. Hell yeah. I want more shooting glass so zombies can fall. I want more. And you get those elements just for a brief, teeny tiny moment, and you never go back to this. So, I hate this. I hate this in video games, and I know this gives feeling that the game have a lot to offer. And because it's so short, it doesn't have much to offer. It's an illusion. And I sound like a hater. No, I love this game. But look, oh my god, look at this from different perspective. I'm a broke man. I don't have money. Spending full price on a release hurts my budget. So every purchase need to have a value. And yeah, this gave me a value, but for a really short time. And I mostly look disappointed because of this. Like, I played sometime, and that's it. I want long Resident Evil game. I want Resident Evil 1, 2 alike. Even Resident Evil 3, the OG, to be the length, you know. Of course, when you played fourth, fifth time, you were, speedrunning. But, like, first 3 playthroughs were smooth and yet not so fast. My second playthrough, when I started recording and I played alongside the second playthrough, I did everything 3 times faster than I play for the first time. And that was frustrating. And I think my complaint in almost every review I do for a zombie game is that the game is too short. And this is exactly the same point. The game is too short. It feels nice. It would be better if you play it differently, but because you mix it, okay, fine, it's mixed. It still gives you nice feel. Grace is much more slower, more like a horror-alike style. Then you go to Leon and you just, it reminds me of the Watchmen. I'm not locked with you here, you're locked with me. And that's how I feel about Leon entering the game. Like, they're locked with him and he gonna fuck them up. And that's a great feeling. In Raccoon City, when you visit an RPD. Oh my god. That feeling when Leon visits Marvin's desk. Yes, that's it. That's the feeling. When Leon goes further and there's other section cutscenes, the emotional hurts and it hugs you and hurts at the same time. Because I've been with a game for a long time. And I've been playing the OG from game 1. And the jump that's made in visuals and telling the story is great. You feel for the people you meet and that are left behind. And it's really great jump in Resident Evil. As a Resident Evil veteran, I have to say that finally, Resident Evil finally knows how to get the emotions from people. I mean, it's based on nostalgia, but still, I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt it when they play Leon and they visit the old places. And finally, emotional attachment has been shown. And emotionals required. I mean, I doubt that people like me play this game and didn't feel anything. And that's absolute W. Well done, Capcom. This is... the feeling is amazing and I love it.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
I love a lot of things about the game. My only complaint is that you made it too easy, too short, too predictable. The rest... and the mixing is horrible, I hate it. And the rest feels fresh, relaxing. I had such a good time playing the game. Unlockables, yeah, they're awesome. And you don't feel that unlockables are tied to the most hated mechanic by me, the time limit, where you have to rush to finish the game in order to unlock the minigun, rocket launcher. I hated that because I don't like rushing Resident Evil games. I hate rushing Resident Evil games. I hate it. I hate speedrunning. I hate rushing the game. Because I like to visit every room. I like to kill every zombie. I love to do that. That's how I play. And I was forced to do stuff. Now I'm not. And I like it. This is another W in my eyes. Because people who likes to enjoy their time in a game definitely have it. And for me, the value dollar per, time in game is important because I cannot afford every game I want. I have a limit of how many games a year I can play. So it's important for me to invest. It was no brainer. I'm gonna have to play Resident Evil. I had to play it. And I'm gonna have to play the DLC. And the best part is that when my son will get older, he will have opportunity to play all the great games I bought. Except for RE6, because I can't stand it. Fucking hell. I mean, Leon's section was good, but that's it. And this game it gives you warm feeling of, oh, I'm home and yet I can enjoy myself and I have fun. And this will be nice. I had the same feeling in RE3 Remake, despite being way too short. The game was good, but the problems were the same. Nemesis was predictable. It was easy most of the time until you fought... seriously, even the hardest difficult was easy until you fought the final Nemesis. The final Nemesis, and only 3 saves in the entire game, that was the limitation you had to face. The Nemesis, the multiple dodges, that was the biggest pain in the entire franchise. But the game itself, it was easy. It was fairly easy despite the highest difficulty. The length and the difficulty, it's always the problem. And it's because they want to make it more accessible, or I played this game way too long, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna have great time in RE9. I just wish there is more. And I try to respect your time, so I'm not gonna extend this. But what do you think about this game? How bad I evaluate? Because I try to be honest. I try to be honest, and I focus on the worst things in the game by me. But the visuals, emotions, action, horror, it was fine. I just wanted more. I wanted to be more complex. I wanted to be harder. I wanted to challenge me in some degree. Have a puzzle where I need to focus, think, figure out. Remember the times where you were locked in a game because you couldn't progress, because you couldn't figure out the puzzle? That's the gaming I miss the most. where you couldn't figure out the puzzle. It's no longer present. And in RE, it was barely present.
Grace, Ashcroft, FBI.
And I wanted to be like this. I wanted to have fun. When I have to pause the game to think about it rather than just go through. And maybe that's the sign of me getting old. Maybe that's the sign modern gaming is not for me.
What?
Grace.
But to be honest,
What do you mean?
I feel like it's not the modern gaming or not. Gaming is for everyone.
Your DSO.
Just certain aspects we agree on, and we enjoy them or not. Despite negatives, I enjoyed the Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's my top 5. It's the 5th place. I love it. I want it. I want more, and that's the problem. I would say if you can afford it, buy it straight away. But if you can't, if you have a financial problem, as I do, look on the third, like instant gaming and third party website where you can get it cheaper. That's how I got it on before release. Yeah, I saved one third of a price, and it really saved my budget. And it felt way better because I didn't spend full price. So if you have a money problem, look on instant gaming or other gaming, game sites that can offer a better deal, and you will feel less frustrated that you spend so much money and the game is already over. But outside of that, highly recommended. You're gonna have fun. Resident Evil 9 is great, and I would value it 9 out of 10 in terms of quality, 7 out of 10 in terms of length and difficulty. I mean, difficulty is something I should never judge, but the length is 7 out of 10 max. I would even say 6, but let's go to 7. The game need to be longer. But that's it from me today. I don't want to waste so much of your time. I'm trying to be fair and just touch the important aspect. But let me know in the comment how much I did fail in this review. And thank you for watching. Take care, and bye-bye.